Multnomah Falls is one of the most popular destinations in all of Oregon, and as a waterfall lover, it had been on my bucket list for a while, but I didn't realize just how incredible this hiking trail is. I flew to Portland from Salt Lake City for 9.5 hours just to hike here. I'll share with you everything I learned, how to get here on public transportation, what to bring, and all about the trail. First up, how to get here on public transportation. I started by flying to Portland from Salt Lake City at 8 a.m. on Alaska Airlines for $94. I landed in Portland around 9:15 a.m. and started my journey on the Max Red Line. Just follow the signs for ground transportation and then head to the right once you get down the escalator. Tap with your card or Apple Pay for $2.80 and ride 4 stops to the Gateway Transit Center. It'll take about 13 minutes. Then follow the signs for the Gateway Transit Center and then for the Columbia Gorge Express. The schedule and a QR code to download an app to purchase your ticket is posted at the stop at the very end. Tickets are $10 each way and you can pay with cash, no changes given though, if you don't want to download the app or if you don't have service. I'd be prepared with some cash since up in the gorge, service can be spotty. The bus is purple and says cat on the side. Depending on the time of the year, the schedule may vary, but I got on the bus at 10:20 a.m. and around 30 minutes later arrived at Multnomah Falls. The bus drops you off in the parking lot, and our driver made sure to point out the stop to return on the other side of the lot. You walk through a tunnel under the road, and there it is, Multnomah Falls.
It was raining when I got here, so I first went to the lodge. I went to check out the kind of like visitor center area. They have a few exhibits where you can learn about the history of Multnomah Falls. There's also some guides that can help you, so I asked about different hikes and they told me that there's a loop. So now moving on to what to do at Multnomah Falls. Obviously the very first big thing is see the falls. There's a few different viewpoints, so you can see it from the bottom, from the bridge, and then hike all the way up to see it from the top. Honestly, you can't really see much of the falls from the top, so if you're looking to see the falls, you want the two main viewpoints. It is 1.25 miles to the top, and it is very uphill, lots of switchbacks. Honestly, that was the hardest part of the hike for me, was those switchbacks. So it is challenging. If you were just gonna go to the top because you wanted to see the top but you weren't gonna do the full loop, I don't know if I'd recommend it, honestly. Maybe because it was kind of cloudy, so like the view of the river wasn't that great, but the rest of the loop is worth it in my opinion if you're able to do it. It is kind of strenuous. There's a lot of uphill. I mean, first you have to get up those switchbacks and then it just like keeps going uphill. And it reaches, I think 1,600 feet is like the max elevation, but there is a little bit of up and down. It is all paved up until the Multnomah Falls viewpoint at the top. And then it turns into kind of a dirt, rocky, muddy path to see 3 other waterfalls. I think the first one was called Dutchman. I think I missed that one. I mean, I saw it, but you're also just next to the river. And so you're like, is that considered the river? Is that considered a waterfall? So that one was kind of missable in my opinion. But the last 2, I think it's Weisendanger and Icola, were amazing. You can't miss them. My favorite was the Weisendanger because there's like this cave before and it's really pretty. So I thought at that point the uphill was done. It was not. You keep going uphill for a while. I'll have to track exactly how much, but it's a while, I'll put it in. And then eventually it kind of evens out and then it starts to go downhill. And there's 2 other waterfalls. There's also another like river that you're walking by again that you're kind of like, is this a waterfall? Is this a river? I don't know what this is. But Fairy Falls is the first like waterfall, and it was nice, it was pretty. It wasn't my favorite. It was more memorable than Dutchman Falls because I remember it. But at the very bottom is Waukena Falls, and it was amazing. I loved it. It's huge. You can see all these layers from the bottom, and it was really nice. The whole loop is 5.2 miles and it's gonna take me about 3.5 hours They said it takes 3 to 4 at the visitor center, and I would say I'm like a medium to slowish hiker, so that sounds about right. I'm walking back now to Multnomah Falls. So if you don't want to do the full 5.2 miles, but you still want to see some waterfalls, here are 2 other solutions I propose. 1, just hike to Multnomah Falls. It'll be 4 miles round trip, and you won't have like a third of the uphill, at least. Or if you wanted to, you could walk over to Waterfalls Falls, which is about half a mile. There sometimes is a paved road between them, but they are doing work on it, so you have to walk on this dirt road, which is a little bit more up and down. It's what I'm doing now. I was hoping to have a flat surface to talk to you guys on, but that's not happening. I can see them working on it, so at least they are working on it, and it's not just, see, look, you can see the sign behind me. Anyway, so you can walk over to Waterfalls Falls. It's about half a mile, and then it's about 0.2 miles up to the viewpoint. But the view from the parking lot is really good too. So both are great. Okay, so what did I bring? I'm back at the lodge, but I want to share with you before I go in to see the gift shop and to eat what I brought and what I wish I brought. So I did bring kind of a large hiking backpack that had a rain cover because I wanted to be sure if it rained, I'm in Portland, that I'd be able to cover my bag. I brought extra layers, so like a sweater, a raincoat, and a like bigger coat. I was just being prepared. I did not need the bigger coat. I actually got really hot and had to take some layers off while going uphill. Brought a change of pants in case I got really wet. I brought a change of socks in case I got wet. An umbrella, my water bottle, my headphones and charging cables, my camera, my GoPro, and a bunch of snacks. I think that's about everything. I brought sunglasses, but the sun has not been out today, so not needed. I wish I got wipes. Because I'm gonna go get back on the plane, so like if you had a layover or you're just doing this as a day trip and you want to shower before, just like kind of clean off, that's what I wish I brought to be able to clean off. You definitely don't need as big of a backpack as I brought. I just brought it because this had support and a rain cover, and I knew that I would be comfortable carrying it for a long period of time because I'm here for 9.5 hours and carrying this backpack almost the entire time. Okay, I am back at the lodge. Before I catch the bus back, I'm going to check out the restaurant. They have a restaurant, a snack bar, and like an espresso cart, as well as a gift shop and the visitor center that I mentioned, and a bathroom. So really everything you need. The lodge is in this beautiful like stone looking building, so you can't miss it when you walk up to the falls. I think I'm gonna eat at the restaurant, but I will let you know what I decide and kind of some final thoughts before I head back on the bus. The restaurant was expensive. You can expect to spend like $20 to $30 a person. I got the lunch special for $18, which was like a patty melt on rye, which was good. The patty was just really small, so like half the sandwich didn't have any meat or anything on it, so it was okay. Like it was a good sandwich. And I got fries. It comes with fries, coleslaw, or soup. I would have gotten soup because then you could have dipped the bread in the soup. And honestly, the fries were not that good. I was not a fan of them. So, restaurant's expensive. Unfortunately, the like snack bar area was closed. I think it's probably closed in the low season. And then there was the espresso cart, but they didn't have any like real food, and I needed to eat some real food. Especially since I am headed back to the airport and just wanted some real food today besides the snacks I've been eating. Some things to keep in mind with the bus, I forgot to mention, it's not like an every hour thing. So it's not, if you have a very short amount of time, the bus schedule may not work for you. So double check that. I was gonna take the I think it was like 3:05 bus, and I ended up deciding to stay a little bit later. I'm taking the 4:35 bus now, since my flight doesn't leave till 6:45, so it takes about 30 minutes and then 20 minutes on the tram. I should get there like 5:20, so just know your schedule and be aware of the bus schedule, especially if you have like a short layover. I am glad that I brought my bag with a rain cover because it did rain on me while I was hiking, and it was raining when I came out of the restaurant. It's now actually cleared up though, and this is the first time I've seen blue skies all day, and it is beautiful. So I'm gonna take some last minute pictures and videos before I head back on the bus in about 20 minutes. So I hope this guide has helped you so you can plan your own trip to Multnomah Falls. If you have questions, let me know, and I'm happy to help try and answer them the best I can. See you next time.